by giving Pep a shout out, can't we? So he's a fraud, massive fraud.
That's all you need to know. You don't need to hear our life story. You don't need to get any tips. All you need to know is that Pep's a fraud. Yeah,
that's it. Definitely. It's been found out, and we've been saying it for how many years we've been saying it for now? God.
Since Barca days, pal.
Yeah.
He's a one-man player, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, and he just wants more money now throwing at him, and I think that's why he signed the contract.
For me, it proves. For me, it proves he'd have been useless at us.
Well, yeah, I don't think he. That's why he turned it down. I reckon.
Yeah, of course it is, mate.
As well,
being exposed.
He can only go to teams with huge amounts of money, and he knew that was going to be the case when he joined City.
Yeah, money. It's coming to an end now.
Oh, absolutely. How's your week been so far? Then you've had a bit of a.
It's been a bit of a shit week this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I always get distracted. I'm just admiring your tree in the background.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
I'd show you mine, but I have to turn my camera around that I've got the right angle to strike a bow.
Yeah. I thought I'd try it out in the office.
Been shit this week. Like, what are we on now? Wednesday. I think it's just. For me, I think it's the weather. I think like it's cold this week. Keep moaning about how shit the UK, but it's not just that. I think I've got loads on at the minute. Like just with work. I'm getting the kitchen done. I was even stressing about like my Irish passport last week.
Coming. Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
No.
So. Everything, all gravy. Everything's good. And then I'm speaking to. I got a notification from the embassy in Ireland or the passport office saying we've had to reject your application. We can't get hold of your witness. It was Royal, obviously. Royal was doing the. He's going to sign the witness statement off, and fucking rang him. Yeah, and then I rang him. You can never get hold of anyone, can you? Speaking to someone on messages.
No.
And then I said, what's the problem? We've tried ringing your witness. Well, you know he's not in? He's not well at the minute. We're going to have to cancel the application. And you'll have to send another witness statement form off. So, mate, I just kicked off. I wasn't happy. And then I put a complaint in. Anyway. I could just talk about. I could be here for an hour, honestly. So I'm not going to do it. But it's all good. It's all been signed off. But like that was just an added stress I didn't need.
Yeah.
That on top of everything else, work. I'm getting the kitchen ripped out in the next few weeks.
Well, perfect time to be doing this one, isn't it? All or nothing. Right.
So just had a little bit of a this is it. Just had a bit of a meltdown this week, and obviously, like, I think people don't realise like how much effort it takes, like when you put into your content. I think people just think you sit there, right? And it takes 2 minutes. You'll know doing the podcast. It takes 2 minutes to reel. No, it doesn't. It takes about a day.
No.
Yeah. You've got to think.
Yeah.
Think about what you put in.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, it takes a lot. That itself can burn you out, and then you've got work on top of it.
Yeah.
It's like well, I see you're coaching your clients, which is great. I love it. But then you're doing your own stuff, and then you're trying to make time for yourself.
Yeah. You need a coach.
I have in the past. I've had someone coaching me. Never mind me coaching people. I need someone coaching me.
That's it. Just to keep you on.
Well, I think with like the all or nothing stuff, I think where I used to do wrong back in the day, I'd start something, but I'd start too many things at once, and
Been there.
I was talking about the 2 businesses I had before when I was doing I had Liverpool home adaptations, which was the home adaptations assessments with that physio. Obviously, at the time, I wanted to throw the kitchen sink at it, and he obviously didn't, because he had, fair enough, he had mortgage commitments, and I get it, I get that now. I've got a house, you do need some steady income coming in, and we just had some different. So I decided to go it alone.
Right. And then I remember the time,
And then it's me all over again. I expected instant success overnight. I thought, I'll set Liverpool up and I'll be flying. I'll be doing this in 6 months. And the reality was, this stuff takes time to build, and I wasn't prepared to put the time in. Because I'd put all my time and effort into Habitable and then Livable, I just hit a wall. Just what I used to do. As soon as I hit a wall, I down tools, and I'm kind of fuck this. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's to do with everything. Back in the day with football and stuff like that, anything new that I'd do, I'd try it for a bit. And then you get burnt out, you start getting burnt out, overwhelmed, and you start self-sabotaging. But not just getting smashed at the weekend or eating loads of shit. It's the self-defeating attitude. So it's kind of
it does. It carries into most things, doesn't it? Keeping, making yourself accountable for a lot of things, which you say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym or whatever you are. Can't be bothered doing that. Can't be bothered going food shopping or whatever it may be. And it does affect other things in life. So
but it becomes, like you said, it becomes a bit of a vicious cycle. Whereas now, I probably felt shit. Partially started on Sunday, and I felt great today. But it's like that old saying we have in Acts, isn't it? It's when you start feeling shit or overwhelmed, it's think of that as a metaphor. You're in a ship at sea, and if you anchor and you can let that storm pass, things are going to be okay. But if you let things control you and you start fusing with your thoughts, you're going to be stuck in an endless fucking cycle, aren't you? I saw a post actually, John. Sorry, I'm speaking 100 miles an hour. I saw a post on one of the groups I'm on Facebook, and I think somebody put, "There's no treatment. This is a male. There's no treatment for mental health."
Right.
I read it, and I just thought I won't comment on it straight away. And I just said, "Define what you mean." Well, he said, "I'm never going to get better." Well, I said, again, I went, "No, I agree. It is going to be a constant battle for life, because you're going to encounter this isn't going to be it for life. There's going to be a new situation that crops up. You're going to lose your parents one day. You're going to lose loved ones. Things are going to happen." But
that's going to happen outside of your control.
Yeah, it's outside your control. Exactly. It's how you prepare for these sort of obstacles, how you respond to them. We're going back to that metaphor. If you're in a ship at sea, and you don't steady that ship, it's going to take control of you.
Yeah.
It's waiting for the storm to pass, not fusing with
that's it.
But and again, like somebody put on the other day, I always comment on these. I like to give something back in these mental health groups, and I put a bit. I've got loads of stories, haven't the same as you, and I put something on. Someone commented back on it. Oh, you need to get a diary. It's great for mental health. So I went, I need to I need to journal. And I went, that's not very purpose driven, though, is it? I said, the last thing I'm going to fucking do is go to the newsagents and go and buy a journal and sit there and write down my thoughts, because there's no purpose. Or what's the purpose behind it? What for? What am I doing with the diary?
Yeah.
Of time.
And then you stop doing it, don't you? You just go,
it's all up here. It's all up here. It's like I've done I've had me 2 days. Now I've had me time to sort of reflect on what's happened. And yeah, I am doing too much, and it comes back to that all or nothing. Rather than putting 110% in things, why don't I just filter it through? Like your lists are the same. My list can just keep getting better. So it's like, right, I'm going to do that tonight. It happens. You're going to get burnt out. It's like my uncle messaging me before, do you want to come to the game tomorrow? And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go. I'll go with him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So, yeah, I'm feeling all right now. It's like I said, I'm more self-aware. I'm more aware of basically what's happening at the minute. And it's like, I've got a lot of good things going on as well. I've got a house.
Of course. Yeah, I've got look at the house now. After last couple of years, the new business. This, do you know what I mean? It's like it's just little things. I actually listened to a podcast. If you've heard of Mel Robbins, it was a podcast on us being addicted to being busy, basically. Yeah. And we're all just like going on to the next thing, and that society now it's just like boom, 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 and it just builds, and you think you get caught up in it, and you think, oh, I have to be doing all the time, and that's not the case. Like, it's not the case, and you get wrapped up in that, and then you wonder why you're burnt out, you're exhausted, you've got no energy. You got to fill your own cup up. I get that. But I think sometimes it's just a case of stepping back and going, and like you said, you go to the game tomorrow. Go and enjoy yourself. Like,
gonna go and enjoy myself. It's kind of like that whole concept of being busy. I get that. Like, I get what you're saying there. I do get that. And it's like now and again, every now and again, I know. I always preach about this stuff in my coaching, but again, it comes back to like your mind and the mental things going on in your mind. It's like, it wasn't last Sunday because I was well busy. We were cleaning the house. It takes a day to do this house.
Yeah.
And the rest. And the week before last, I think we weren't doing much on the Sunday. And I just had a bit of a joke. I said, I feel like we need to be doing something. Like, that's what come into my head. And I went, but we don't just need to. That's just Sunday. We just need a bit of a chill. It's like, this is like a society thing, like you said, like listening to Mel Robbins and saying it. It's like, we automatically think that we have to have things planned in our diary, but I speak to a few people that we know. You try and arrange something with. They've got something booked up in the diary for the next fucking 6 months, and it's like, there's an underlying problem to that.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Do you not like?
Post-COVID's got a lot to answer for. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you not like enjoying it? Do you not like relaxing? You have to be busy every week.
Yeah, that's it.
I could go 2-3 weekends without seeing anyone. I can't be arsed. I just want I work hard. I just think I want to just chill. Like, I'll just chill this weekend. Do something.
I do find I'm like massively introverted, like an introvert extrovert. You call it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind staying in, but I don't mind socialising now and again. But if I did that 3 or 4 times in a week, I'd be, I wouldn't be the same person. I'd be drained.
Of course you.
So I know I can only do what I can do. I know, like you say, being self-aware of a lot of stuff.
Be more self-aware. Like that, I think that's what it comes down to. A lot of things. It's just being aware of things. I think I was talking to a few girls actually recently, because obviously they know what I'm doing, and they've worked with a lot of males in the past, and they say like the biggest problem with a male is just getting them to open up. Like, but I had some training actually, because where I do my contract work for Cheshire East, they did some reflection training. It's like, because I still supervise some people at work.
Right.
They just did an updated course. I thought all adds to me, some more strings to my bow. And we got talking about supervising males, and some of these males that are being supervised by females, and they said they often struggle with getting them to open up. But I said, I'm not being sexist or anything. I just think it's a male to male contact thing. Because I said, when I coach males or speak to males, we often have it's got to be something relatable. So it could be anything. It could be music. It could be football. Like if I've got a client that's a male, I don't start the conversation off. The first thing I see him is going, "So, how are you doing at the minute? Are you feeling mentally well?" Or if I'm looking at home modifications, which I do in my other contract work, I walk in, I might see a guitar on the wall, be like, "Ah, you played a guitar?" And then we'll get talking for 30 minutes. I can't do that in my coaching, if you get what I mean, because I haven't got that sort of time. But for the first 5 minutes, I'm looking at building that rapport up. So if I see anything remotely that I can relate to, whereas it's music, it's football, you have to build that rapport up. And what you're doing there, you're building a relationship up, and then you're gaining trust from them. So when you do get to the nitty gritty stuff, you're going to start opening up more. And that's probably the same for me.
Yeah. No, I agree. Completely agree.
I think the worst thing you can do is go straight into the problem. I think just find something you can resonate with them about. Have a bit of a chat. But I think that bond between male, I think that's quite important.
Yeah.
But I don't think at the time there's enough. From what my research, there's not enough male groups. It seems to be mixed. I think. Are you in any of the male mental health groups on Facebook?
No, I don't, because obviously, like I said to you, before you joined that group, I wasn't really using Facebook and just, go on it and browse. But
interesting to.
I'll have you have to send me a few of them. Yeah.
Just getting into a few of them, because what you find, because I do some posts in there now and again, but you do get the odd male comment. It tends to be mainly females, and I just think, are they holding back because it's a pride thing? I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah,
could be.
I think a weakness is holding back. Like a strength is like opening up. That's the strength. That be able to open up and
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like if you can open up, that's a strength. That's not seen as a weakness. No. It's like imagine like carrying something with you for the next year.
The way.
It's not just one thing, then it becomes another thing, then it becomes another thing.
It slowly builds, and then you have a breakdown, and then you go back to that point and go, that was the moment there where you should have sort of, had a look into it. But sometimes people don't feel like they can because of family, kids, work.
It's the same as well, I think, with like compulsive liars. They start by telling one lie, something simple. Yeah. That then merges into another lie, and then everything becomes a bigger lie, and they start believing, and
then it becomes like,
and it's the same with like mental things. If you apply that mentally, like if you fuse with your thoughts, if you do that for long enough, you start believing, I am a failure, I'm a piece of shit, I'm shit, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you can do that. Everything's no, you can't. It's like if someone asks me to do something, I don't go in guns blazing and go, yeah, I'll do that. What I do, like I pause, I'll think about it. Like, for example, it's like again where I do my contract work. One of the girls that does the allocations, you get new patients every week. She asked me, can you take 2 new people on next week? And I said, just give me a minute. I need to have a look at my caseload. And I've got back to her. I said, I can only take one. Next week. Whereas in the past, I would have just completely got myself overwhelmed by not saying no to things, not pausing, not looking at things, taking a step back and having a look at the situation, going, right, what do I need to do here to improve things? I'd have just cracked on. And then, like I said, it's like when you tell a lie, you tell another lie, it becomes bigger. It's the same with that situation. If you keep agreeing to things, you're just going to become a yes man.
Totally. Yeah.
You just become a yes man. And you get overwhelmed. And this is where these self-sabotaging behaviours come in then as well. It's like in your head as well, like how you feel. But then, with the other external factor, that's your comforting habits, like you drink. Everybody's it's dead easy to Like, it's an old saying, isn't it? Like, if you speak to your parents or the old school, like, if you're feeling a bit shitty, I'll just have a drink, take the edge off things a bit.
Yeah. I'll just have a drink, and you're like,
Have a drink and take the edge off. My mum used to say it back in the day, like when I was.
Yeah.
I was
My
really,
parents, let your head down,
let your head
drink
down.
less. You know,
Have
if
a
you can
drink.
control that, but other people don't. Yeah, it's not the go-to, is it? It should be like, you know, chill out, like go for a walk or go for a run, go to the gym, or like you've been working on for yours, like your clients is cook some food, you know, do something that you're interested in. Yeah, socialise as well.
Yeah, that's it. A couple of them put it on the Facebook group at the minute. You know, this.
Yeah.
Like I said, like if you've got like if you're worried about, you're really anxious and you don't want to leave the house, you know, or if you can't afford to do things, you know, it's not. It doesn't cost anything to go for a walk, does it?
No.
You know, you can gain a lot mentally from going for a walk. But like I say, well, let's try another task. Like everybody loves to cook. You can learn to cook. There's nothing wrong with cooking.
Yeah.
Like everybody will be able to cook. Get a cookbook. They've got TikTok these days, haven't you? You can watch a video.
Watch videos, YouTube. Yeah.
Johnny, we need food to survive, so you can watch a video, you know, and you get better at it. And like I say to people, with cooking, like, you know, you're engaging yourself mentally. You know, you're working on your attention, you're working on your concentration. You know, you're building your confidence up, so you start thinking more positively. And then I always say, right, when you're feeling that, and when you've finished the task and you've delivered it, how do you feel? You're like, well, I feel good. Yeah, because why? Because you've accomplished something. So you can, you know, it's carrying over. You can do something, can't you? So do you know when you've got these self-defeating behaviours where you say, I can't do
that. Yeah.
Prove it. Why do you do that? What's it's like, peel it back. What's stopping you from doing that? Well, I've got X, Y, and right. Well, let's not look at you. Let's look at your weaknesses. Let's look at your strengths. Maybe we need to adapt things a bit.
Yeah.
You know, we could adapt it. We could tweak it. Same as, isn't it? So
yeah, totally.
You were saying, weren't you? Was it the other week you had a bit of a wobble as well recently?
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, like I was I said the other week on the podcast, the first one we did. Yeah, it was mainly like work, and then coming back from holiday and realising how much I was doing. And I've had that sit down, and I've gone and I feel like a weight's been lifted.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I felt like I was coming to a point where I'm going, oh no, massive breakdown and burnout. And since that, now I'm following that now. I'm moving forward, delegating, and like, you know, just doing what I can, and what's in my, you know, job. And sitting down and letting people know that, look, I'm not just going to be taking everything on all the time. So it has helped massively.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to mate before as well, like, I don't feel guilty for it now, because before I was like, I'm taking too much on it and it's not serving me well. Like, it's not worth being that stressed about, like, because what's the point? You know, no, that's it. And then coming back to it, blowouts. Do you know what I mean? That's where it comes close, where you think, oh, I could hit the drink, or you know, I was having a drink like every night. Oh, it was just a glass every night, and I noticed it. Obviously, I've changed it now, but that can spiral out of control very quickly if you're not careful.
Well, and then you start getting miserable with you start finding fault in your life. Then you start finding, you know, that why am I not where I need to be in life? Why have I done this yet? Yeah. Do you know when you got back from it? Because like I always let my hair down when I'm away. You know. Yeah. I'm not no secret about. I work hard. I like to have a good holiday. I like a beer, but you know, I'm more in more in control of it now. It's like, but I drink every day on holiday. But I think what I used to do, don't know if you did this how did you feel when you got back? Did you have a few more blowouts? Does it?
When I got back, I noticed it. I was like, oh, a little bit like try to not chase not endorphins or whatever what the right word is, but just that feeling. Yeah. Just like, you know what I mean. So it's getting back into an environment as well. Like I said to you, fitting back into an environment. It was a long time that I had that time away for a good while, proper holiday, and then coming back, and I was like, is this life? Like, do you know what I mean? Is this life? And dipped a little bit, blues. Yeah, that's it. But no, you just it does pass. Like you said, the storm. Do you know what I mean? The storm. It shall pass. So
it does exactly. If you can sort of let it just remain where you are and let it pass, it's like you said. If you carry on with those habits beyond the week, it probably did. Well, I used to go on holidays in the past. Like I just wasn't I didn't engage my brain. Like I said, if you can engage your brain into what it is you're actually doing, like I'd go away and then I'd get smashed for the whole holiday, and then I'd get back and on the last couple of days it used to be like I'd be like kind of like, shit, God, I wish I was like doing this all the time, going away, can't be awesome in the job, X, Y, and Z, can't be arsed where I am. And then, you're out, I'd stop doing things that I enjoy. Like, I might go to the gym once that week, diet shit, just want to carry on eating takeaways or shit.
Yeah.
I just the spiral for a few months. Like, I'd do that for a few months until, like, you hit breaking point and you kind of, like, start looking at... I think what used to start with me, I'd start looking at myself and going, bloody hell, I'm putting a bit of weight on. I need to drop a few pounds again, or mentally you notice it. And it's like, whereas now, when I'm away now, like on the last few days, I'm kind of like, I need to just get back into my routine when I get back. Like, I always, I'll book my phone. So when I'm on the holiday, I'll use my phone for my diary. I'm kind of like, right, I'm back Sunday night, back in the gym Monday. I'll book in some admin for Monday. I'll get in the gym. Monday night, I'll get my food shop done on the Monday. I'll just sort of carry on. If I get that, if I carry on as normal, if I just get back into my routine on the day I'm back, or the day after, I'm fine, I'm absolutely fine. But if I don't do that, and I think a lot of people do that, it starts spiraling out of control. That's when that's when things start happening.
Yeah, that's it. You got, like, routine is good. It's good for stuff like that. And like you said, shopping. I used to hate shopping. I'll put it out there. I used to massively. I didn't want to do a food shop, and I was like, no, I'd always put it off. And rather than thinking I have to go shopping or I have to go, just like, I get to go shopping or I get to go to the gym. You change that. It changes everything. Like, now I'm fully, flavors of what's in the shop, and is there anything on offer, and can I get the best deal on this? I love it now. Do you know what I mean? Whereas before I just used to be like, I hate this
shit, isn't it? I think, like, a lot of us males, I think the biggest problem is not if you feel the same as well. It's like, before it was like, I'm just sick of things at the minute. Everything starts, you're 100 miles an hour, I just feel stuck. Like, why can't I just be living it's cliche, ain't it? But it's like, you start thinking, I just want to live somewhere warm, don't want to be working as much. I want a better sun,
less rain.
But the reality is, that isn't achievable, because we have to work, it comes back to, are you living by your values? So obviously I wasn't going away that much, so
no.
Although I'm thinking I want to live somewhere sunnier, somewhere with a better climate, well, I'm not even going away. So I'm not living. If that's something I enjoy, I'm not even living by my values, am I? I feel stuck. I hate my job. Well, I can change that. I can do something else. Definitely. I've got skills. I've been to uni, but it doesn't matter that. It doesn't matter. Like, it depends what skills you've got. Like, what you do, what your job is. There'll be always another opportunity to change things. But I know what you'll get.
Absolutely.
I know what people say, but I can't do that financially. I haven't got that. I'm not in a position to change financially. Well,
you are. Yeah. If it's that important to you,
sometimes
you can always put that.
sometimes you've got to change things up again. You know, I get that. Sometimes it's difficult, but sometimes you've got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward.
Yeah,
you know, I've had to
been there, done that. Yeah,
been
previous jobs in life. Yeah.
Well, I worked for my dad from being 16 in the building trade. You know, did a plumbing diploma, which I was shite at anyway. That didn't last very long, was it? So I ended up taking an easy ride and going back to work for my dad. And then I got to like, I must have been 25 when I went to uni. 25, 26, I think. And I was kind of like, I just felt stuck, and I thought I don't want to go back because I'm not, you know, you start thinking, well, it's a financial sacrifice. I'm not going to be able to go away with lads. I won't be able to go out as. But I was like, I can't move out. I was like, right, I'll look again. I probably did do some act on myself at the time because I went through it. I was like, yeah, it's probably going to be a rough experience, but I know that once I've done that, I've got a job for life, and it's going to lead to opportunities. And you know, I just cut back on some things, and you know what? It didn't change things dramatically. There was some obviously things I couldn't do, but I still was able to go away.
Yeah,
I'm still going out. I didn't get as many clothes as I want to, but you know, I got support. Yeah. You know, I was fortunate enough to stay at home at the time, but you know, there'll always be some changes and tweaks you can make to your lifestyle. It doesn't have to necessarily be work. It could be anything. It could be anything that you want to change up a bit.
No, that's it. It can be, you know, from your family to friends and stuff. If you're not, you know, it's all within your control. Like, absolutely.
Yeah. And what's, you know, I think a big part of that as well. It's like,
it's
knowing what you want as well. Like, there's so many factors to it, isn't there?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. People can sit there and say, I know what they want, but they don't know how to get there or how to start. And sometimes it can be as simple as just like doing a bit of housework or like going for a walk. Starts off like how much like creativity can you get on a walk? Like, my best ideas come when I'm walking.
Shower for me.
Shower.
Yeah. I could be in the shower.
Showers. You try that.
On shower. I could be in the shower. And then I'm getting ideas in my head. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'll do that reel, or yeah, maybe I'll work on that with my client. As soon as I get out of the shower, I'll write these down. I have to write this down because I'll forget.
If you don't, that's it. And then you produce the content, and then you think sometimes you'd be like, maybe days gone by, you'd be like, oh, I'm not going to put that out there. And that's how you get better, by putting the stuff out there that you're doubting. Like, keep putting it out there.
Exactly. You've got to put stuff out there, and it'll improve over time. If like with content, if you put a video out and it doesn't get many views or doesn't get many likes, just leave it. Move on to the next one. But if you keep deleting, it's like, you can use this as a metaphor. If you keep deleting things, it's perfect behaviour in that, you know, and then you're like, oh no, that's not good. I'll delete that. I'll do it again. Don't like that one. Okay, that one's good. And then you keep doing it, but that's perfectionist behaviour, you know.
Yeah.
And you can apply that to yourself. Allow yourself to have a few mistakes, like allow some margin in it.
You've because got to fail. Yeah.
You've got sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you've got to allow some margin in error to improve things, and it's again that's perfectionist behaviour. And if you don't, you're going to overwhelm. You're going to burn out. Yeah. You know, we're only human at the end of the day, aren't we? So
that's right. We're not robots. Yeah.
Should we round it off with a bit of football talk?
We'll round it off, and we will definitely round it off with a bit of football talk.
So
he's what was that about last night? He was scratching on his nose. Then what's going on there? I like to self harm.
You watched the video?
I've seen the video. Yeah, someone sent it.
Right. What's he done there?
I don't. He's done it before. To be fair, where he's had marks on his head because he's just like dug his nails in. But I don't get it this time. I mean, obviously it's stressful being a football manager. I get that, but he's used to it. He's used to it by now. And the way he dictates the media and he has them on strings, he's very good at it. It doesn't wash with me. It doesn't wash with me. Like I reckon he's putting it on. He's putting this on.
He's a prime example of a perfectionist. He doesn't allow any margin of error, and when he does, don't go away, it's like he starts doing this abnormal behaviour.
Yeah, that's it. We've seen it, haven't we? Where he's kicking bottles or he's making, obviously, I've seen it. He's on the sideline, and it's just like.
But we're going to get beat, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to win, don't we? We just want to win Sunday.
We've just got to focus on winning.
Yeah, we've got to focus on winning. Half them players won't be there next year, and we'll be their downfall, and it's our uprising, isn't it? So.
You've had a few Reds texting me about the manager's team selection. I went, oh my fucking God! I was like, I just said. I've just said he's absolutely. Hey?
Was it Mickey?
Yeah. I said to him, I said, we've had 2 days. He's had 2 days with that squad. They've all been on international duty. And he said, he's not even been there a week. I said, those players that are in that side last week against Ipswich, they won't be there in 12 months. It'll be a completely different side. Give him time. He's going to need a couple of years. He's probably going to need 3 windows.
Yeah, I spoke to my uncle as well. And he was like, he's took on a big job there. Like he knows, and speaking to our lads at work, and it is a big job, and he's starting to realise that after the Ipswich game. But did you hear his comment after the game where he said about the system that he's implementing? He said we could do 4-4-2, but we'll still have the problems same time next year. So that's why he's implementing all these changes. Obviously, a little bit slowly. Maybe going back to acting stuff where it's like implement things slowly, and he's just like getting in the players' heads a little bit by bit, and then trusting them to over the time. And then did you see Casemiro where he was asking him to push aggressively, and he kept looking a bit behind him as like I'm too high here, and then but the defenders pushed up as well. So he knows what he wants in the system, but everyone has to buy into that.
Yeah.
And this is why it comes back to me. I don't think with Rashford up front it's going to work.
The
striker. That it all counts on the striker. Yeah, he went missing, didn't he?
You've got to press from the striker's got to press and work hard. He can't hold a ball. He can't press. He hasn't got the brain. He hasn't got the brain.
He can't win the ball in the air. He's always behind the defender, or they're in front, or whatever it is. And he never seems to win a battle in the air. So I mean,
he is as well. He doesn't work hard enough. And they're thinking like if you watched him, when we watched him at Sporting, the players when they haven't got the ball, they work hard. And Rashford's not done it for any manager. He might do one game all year where he works hard, but that's not going to change, is it?
Yeah, that's it. At Liverpool at home, he normally does that, doesn't he? So, but yeah, that'd be interesting.
Well,
it'd be interesting. But at least the spotlight's off us a little bit. We're just left to go in the background and just go about our business, and it's all about City in it. And it looks like Liverpool have it wrapped up by Easter.
All right, we'll leave it. We'll leave the pep talking, shall we? Leave it in the leave it for everyone to right, mate. I'll same time again next week. Same time again next time.
Nice one. Right.
Good man.
Have a good one. I'll see you when I'm back from Iceland.
Yeah, when are you going? When are you going there? Friday.
What's that?
You going Friday?